Lion's Den, powered by KCB Bank. First to face the lions is Tony Sunday, an entrepreneur who gives legs to small billboards.
Hello Lions, my name is Tony Sunday and I'm in the business of advertising. Today, I'm here to showcase a new product to you, which is called AdWalkers. Now imagine your brand on a walking billboard, basically a human billboard. I'm here today seeking 2 million for a 20% stake in my company. Our AdWalkers are made of aluminum material, which is very light, thus enabling our brand ambassadors to wear them on their bodies and basically be able to walk, move around anywhere. Our campaign basically targets traffic areas and the large rush hours in everywhere. And that is basically between 6 to 7 a.m., midday to 2 p.m., and also between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Our AdWalkers are able to take your brands everywhere, and basically we focus on malls, bus stations, railway stations, airports, and also all the major roads where there is huge and major traffic. And now I'll showcase to you the AdWalkers. Hope you're ready. Here you go. This is an AdWalker. And the best part is lights off. It lights. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're able to do advertising anywhere, everywhere, anytime.
Interesting. Can you tell us where the inspiration for this idea came from?
The inspiration came from people walking around with placards. Every day you'll see them around town waving placards. So I thought, how best to bring this idea, make it more corporate. That's an AdWalker. And
tell us a little bit about your background.
I've worked for two big advertising companies. Then after that, I decided to venture into my own advertising company. So I do mostly billboards and bus branding. But then now I have this new product I want to venture in, which is AdWalkers.
The investment is in your business, your overall business, or just in the AdWalkers?
No, just only in the AdWalkers.
Are you generating revenue already?
Previously, we have been offering AdWalkers for free to our billboard clients, in that if a client advertises on my billboards or my buses, I will offer him a day or two of AdWalkers. Just to break it down a little bit, it costs approximately 40,000 to create one AdWalker. That is complete with the lighting and the battery and the recharging system and the aluminum panel.
And then what does it cost a company to advertise?
It will cost you between 7,000 and 12,000 per AdWalker per day. Our cost, which is approximately 2,000 for the City Council outdoor advertising and approximately 1,000 for the brand ambassador per day.
And in your research, how many people would see this in a day?
We have looked at it as approximately 2,000 per day.
2,000?
Yes.
So when you get this money, 2 million, you're going to produce 40 more of these.
I'm approximating that with, say, 1.2 million, I'll produce 30 of this. The rest I will use to recruit brand ambassadors and train and
So
use them.
out of the people that you've given free of the AdWalker based on other advertising on other platforms, how many of them have come back to you and said, yes, we would like to take this for a 30-day contract and the rest?
One has managed to come back, and we did just 1 day of AdWalking for him.
So he took all the 10 of them for 1 day?
For 1 day, yes.
Okay. So what do your projections look like?
My projections...
When you have the 40?
My projections, based on the 10 that I made 100, I'm looking at, in a month, approximately 5 good days. So that one is approximately 500,000 Kenyan shillings per month for the 10 AdWalkers. So for 40 AdWalkers, I'm looking at 2 million revenue per month, based on just 5 good days. I'm very sure 5 days is just an underestimation.
Why do you need to spend 40,000 bob on the structure? Is it because of the lighting, or why not just have a correct board at once?
So the aluminum approximately will cost you 10,000. The lighting, which is the diodes and the electric system, plus the battery and the charging system, another 10,000. And creating the straps and the bag, plus labor, gives you 40,000.
There's also the cost of printing that flexi, right? The flexi is a very expensive one because it's a backlit flexi.
It's a backlit material. It's not very expensive, and that cost is definitely transferred to the client. Approximately printing this will cost you less than 1,000 shillings.
So assuming I was to do the same thing with a Corex board.
It will be much heavier, and the AdWalker will be so tired by the end of the day.
But I'll be saving 40,000 shillings.
Printing a Corex board is much expensive than printing a backlit material. in the market right now.
Okay, so you brand
Matatus and buses.
Matatus and buses.
Yes,
and what's,
but we also do billboards on the side.
so it's a similar business. Why are you separating them? Because it's both, it's all advertising.
It's both advertising, but since I'm seeking investment on only the ad workers.
No, where I'm coming from is, if you can, like you said, for some clients who branded Matatus, you give them this for free as a pilot or whatever.
Yes.
So you find a lot of synergies between what you already do and this. Why would you separate them?
I believe the other segment of my business has very specific needs.
What are the revenues from that business?
The revenues from my business for the past 1 year, we made, we had a contract with a client and we made approximately 10 million Kenya shillings, but approximately 6 million is unearned yet.
They haven't paid you. So how much revenue did you actually realize and what was the profit on that in Insight Month 3?
On Insight Month 3, we made a revenue of approximately 4 million Kenya shillings.
Realized?
Yeah, realized 4 million Kenya shillings. And that was only for a 3-month project.
And the profit on that was?
And the profit on that was approximately 1.2 million Kenya shillings.
So why don't you put that 1.2 million to buy 30 ad workers? You actually said it's 1.2 million shillings.
No, that one, I had a vision for getting more billboards, so I invested on the other business.
So Tony, I think,
Yes.
you know, I think the price point for a small business, or maybe, you know, bigger businesses as well, you know, 7,000 shillings a day, you could boost an ad on Facebook and it would reach 100,000 people, you know? So for 2,000 people to get to see something like this, I think that's quite expensive. So yeah, I'm still struggling to see how this is going to really work.
Thank you very much.
So I'm
my dear.
out.
Tony, I think the fact that you have 6 million shillings in unrealized revenues and you still had a backup plan to start a new business is great. A few challenges with this space. One, it's quite trendy, so something trends for a while and then we move on. I'm seeing a difficulty in scaling. The barriers to entry are not that large. I just don't see the traction, and I think the fact that your other business is not a part of this makes it a bit of a challenge for me. So I'm going to say I'm out, but I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Are you willing to bring in your other business into this offer?
Yes, I will.
You would?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll offer you 2 million shillings for 30% of your entire business. So I'm in the advertising business, as you know. So we spend a lot of time pitching things to people. So I could see how this could tie into the whole ecosystem of what we do. But, you know, with the whole ecosystem of what you do as well, not just the one.
Tony,
Yes, Chris.
I'm also worried, like Darshan, about the separation of the business, but I don't think it's fair for me to force you, because you've not told us enough about the second business. From an investment point of view, I'm out.
Tony, I think from where I sit, I'm also in media, and this for me is a value-add business. You come with the core. They wouldn't come and buy this directly. I might not have the backlight, but I can go out there and have guys wearing. They're actually called sandwichmen. They exist, right?
Yes, sir.
So for that reason, I'm out.
Well, if we get a deal.
We've got a deal?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Tony quickly pounces on Olive's deal without hesitation and walks away with 2 million shillings.
I wasn't ready for the part where I could merge my product with the other products to become one business.
Yeah.
You're back to a very good entrepreneur.
Yeah, it seems resilient.
And your strategy to take the whole business was fantastic because so many things will come out of it, I think.
Lion's Den, powered by KCB Bank.